Okay, winding up today's driver media sessions for us here at Talladega is our most recent winner on the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series circuit last week at Texas Motor Speedway, leading 169 laps and getting a big win for him is Matt Kenseth. He drives the number 17 Crown Royal Black Ford for Roush Fenway. Matt, coming off that momentum from last week's win, that had to be a pretty good deal for you this week.
Yeah, I mean, last week was great for us. Looking forward to this week now and trying to get ready for the race on Sunday. But yeah, last week was big for me and for the team to get back to winning again for sure.
Take questions now from Matt Kenseth. If you have one, raise your hand and we'll get to them. Questions from Matt Kenseth. Raise your hand. All the way back in the back, Brian has one.
Matt, I'll go ahead and get this out of the way. They said that they changed your time, said you were leaving. Are you, in fact, not riding the storm out in the motorhome tonight, or what are your plans?
Oh, no, I'm just staying here. I wasn't planning on going anywhere. Why? Is it going to be bad? I guess I didn't pay enough attention. I haven't heard any sirens, so I was just planning on staying here. Need a place to stay? Oh, do you? Okay. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing anything. I guess I didn't know it was going to be that severe.
Other questions? Right up here, Mike Embry, and then we'll go to Dick, and then to Marty.
Mike Embry, Speed.com. Matt, some of you guys talked at Daytona about the problems with the vision when you're the pushing car. Is that going to be different here because of I guess the radius of the turns is kind of different? Maybe you can see further out. I don't know. Will that still be a problem, or will it be not so much of a problem here?
It'll be about the same. I mean, there's some instances where you might see a little bit more because, like you say, the track is wider, and if there's somebody up there and they're offset farther to the left or right, mainly the left, you can maybe see them a little bit better, but not enough where it's going to help you. I mean, you can't. The second car, you really can't see anything. I mean, I was pushing Greg. There was just us out there in one other car, and the car was in the top in 3 and 4, and I saw him way up there, and then we were going down the front stretch, and, of course, I can't see anything. And Greg was real low, so I'm like, oh, we're just going to go by him, and he was actually getting a draft off him. Then he quick turned right to go around him, and I would have swore that car was in the top. So, I mean, being the second guy, you have really no clue what's going on in front of the guy, in front of you.
Let's go to Dick, and then over to Marty.
Dick Berger, NASCAR on Fox. I'm wondering who you want to listen to, how many people you want to listen to on Sunday, how many you're going to allow talking to you, and how many do you want to talk to?
Well, I hate to ever say that I want to listen to Mike Kalanoff, but I mean, I'd rather just stay on my own channel and listen to my own spotter and crew chief and stuff. I mean, there's so many things. There's a time where I guess it could help you, like today in practice I had Greg's channel on because there's just the two of us out there, but the only thing I put in my radios are the same I always have in there, just our 4 team cars or 3 team cars and myself. So I know there's some people that we gave permission to get our frequency that can talk to us, but I just left ours in there. I mean, there's just potential for a lot of things to go wrong and be. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I get confused real easy, and I hate to switch channels and then you don't get a full gas and a green flag stop, and your crew chief can't get a hold of you, or who knows, who knows what could go wrong. So I left our team cars in there, and I can talk to them guys if I need to. And there's a few guys that got my channel that I would be fine if they came on my channel. I don't have a problem with that, but I didn't go crazy and program a bunch of different stuff.
Go ahead, Marty.
Marty Smith, ESPN. Matt, I was talking to David Reagan earlier this morning, and he was talking about how much better Roush is and how much better he feels his team is. And he feels that you ran the perfect race at Texas. Where would you rank that among your better performances in your career?
Well, I'd hate to say that I did. I mean, the way the race went and the way Jimmy called the race and our pit stops and pitting in front of everybody and all that stuff got us the big lead. So I mean, those guys have way more to do with it than I think I do. If anything, both restarts, I restarted the leader. I got passed before I got to turn 1. So I mean, I certainly didn't do that right. And I think you can always do better. I don't think I've ever had a perfect race. I don't even think I've had many perfect laps. So I mean, I think you always can improve and do better. But certainly we had a real fast race car that was very well prepared. We had really good pit stops, and we had a great strategy. So it all worked out.
Let's go over here to Jim. Go ahead, Jim.
Jim Utter, Charlotte Observer. Matt, I know you said after the race that you wondered if, at times, if you'd ever win again. But given how the performance that Roush had picked up at the end of last year and this year, did you feel at the beginning of the season really far from victory lane? And going forward, do you feel more confident of being there more often, or just as confident as you were before?
Well, toward like you say, once you start running better, I guess you maybe feel closer to victory lane or feel like you got a better shot, or you're getting closer to winning again. But when you go that long without winning, I mean, you can talk about it all you want, but until it happens, you don't really, it doesn't really feel real or like you're that close. I mean, you can have some good runs and be close to it and stuff, but I think once you start putting together some good finishes, you start to feel like it's closer, and sooner or later it'll happen, and the laws of average will catch up. And I think the 3 or 4 races before that we've had, I think our worst finish was 6 or something. So you could tell we were kind of running better, and we were getting closer to getting ourselves in that position.
But still not getting in there still creates kind of a gap.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you start to wonder or doubt, or however you want to put it, if you're ever going to get back there. But certainly seeing what Carl could do at the end of last year, and Greg, and how Carl started off the year, and David being so fast every week and all that, I mean, you certainly had more confidence that your equipment was capable of doing it. Now, if you could, get our stuff together, you're going to have a shot. Where, a little less than a year ago, none of our cars were running very good, so you're kind of looking around and saying, man, it probably won't happen unless you get lucky on, fuel mileage or pit strategy or something like that. But certainly when all the cars start running better, you start to get more confidence and you feel better about it.